people there already? Have your swords ready? Happened? Yep. Well, it's just a quick one because I wanted to do a bigger one tomorrow. What I was talking about the other day about someone I've come across. This is sort of a little one because I'm going to start doing my stuff that resonates with me, because all the Q stuff I'm still on. I'll talk about that right at the end because there's a lot of stuff dropping. But it's what resonates with me now, because I do believe there is a time coming that people are going to need help with the way they think about stuff and bringing positive energy to themselves, because it's to yourself. I am. The word I am is very, very important. I don't know if I'm going to get this out properly, because you know me, I write things down, I've wrote a load of stuff out, so it just starts coming in. But you know when you resonate with something, and the path that I've been on in the past, when people have watched me at the beginning, and everything I've tried to do on YouTube has always been in a positive light, to help people, even if it was through my artwork or the artwork I'm trying to do, just anything that I talk about normally. Hiya, Fox Acid. And it's always been like in a positive light. So it is about heart energy, because I think that's the strongest, most positive energy that some entities want to take away from us. The God within you, the power within you that has been hidden for a very long time, and hidden in religions, because religions are man-made. Whether you believe in God or not, it doesn't matter. I'm not religious. I believe in God. I believe in a higher energy source, which we all come from. One energy source. We are all one consciousness, one heart, one love. Heart energy comes from the earth as well. And if you think about the chakras, I think heart energy is green. Think of earthly, nature. I see it as a green colour anyway, obviously, if anyone gets what I'm going on about. This might sound a bit batty, I don't know. The talk tomorrow will probably sound batty, but I don't care, because it's what I resonate with. So on my journey on YouTube and the paths that I've been on and different spiritual things that I've liked, still interlinking with things I believe in now, I came across this person. I'm not going to talk about it till tomorrow, and it's on 17 again. Hi. And this person is from England, and they passed away in 2016, but I'm not going to tell you it is. Some people might guess, I don't know, but I will talk about it tomorrow. Hi. And this person passed away in 2016, and their partner is still talking about this stuff. But I came across it, I don't know if it's a few weeks ago or whatever, and I thought, ooh, interesting what I believe myself and what I think's going on in the world, and how I think the world's controlled and reality compared to how it really is, how reality is not what you think it is. When they're going about the Matrix and all this, and what they were talking about, and I was just like, and then I found his partner, and I'm just like, well, that's because, when you're on something, you find people that resonate with the same mindset. But the thing she was talking about is what I've been, and it's on 90, oh no, it's on 90. I've been thinking about doing to bring back to this channel when I used to do my positivity, spiritual stuff, bringing it back, because I think people are going to need it. But just before we get going again, just for a laugh, if anyone remembers, I used to go on about Vikings. Hi, I found out that my surname is Irish anyway, and the Celtic meaning for it or something was sons of red eyebrows, because obviously they must have had red eyebrows, which we all laugh about because it sounds funny. It's sons of red eyebrows. And I also found out the name means red warrior, red warriors, and also that they could have come, they were Irish, but they could have, back when, could have come from Vikings. So maybe that's why I've got this thing in my head about Vikings and Viking looking men, meaning, you know, the guys with hair and beards and, you know, looking a bit Vikingified. Yeah, the braids as well, you know, all that. I don't see that as feminine. I see that as like, you know, Vikings weren't exactly feminine, were they? But I did a picture of, see if you can guess who it is. This was ages ago, by the way. This was when I was drawing a while back, showing my pictures on here. Was I did a picture. It's not brilliant. It's not brilliant, but I think you might be able to tell who it is. I think. Where is it? It's supposed to be Ragnar, but you know, I don't know if you can see. It's a Viking. And also with my picture of Michael Jackson. Yeah, they were just drawings from a bit ago. But I just thought that was a funny bit of information, because maybe my memory's remembering something that, you know, bit of reincarnation sort of stuff that I'll be talking about tomorrow. Cycles, loops, stuff like that I'll be talking about tomorrow. But yeah, going back to this person I was watching, just resonated. And some people think it's batshit crazy, as I like to say, but I was like, no, it resonates with me, it resonates. But I was going to go on about heart energy, because I feel, like I said, that's the strongest energy. And I think it's earth energy and it's divine energy, because it's coming from your heart. When I said the other day, don't think with your brain's stupid. And I watched a video with someone saying that. Hi, Sue. Your brain is stupid. It's when it comes from the heart. When you feel something's right or wrong, it comes from the heart. It does not come from here. This tells you to do things sometimes, but when it resonates, or you get that feeling here, because you can feel it here, that's where truth's coming from. And that's why I say the things I talk about, I just feel it to be true, because I feel it here, not here. Not because someone's told it. Yeah, my intuition. Your intuition comes from your heart place, your heart energy. So I'm going to be doing more chats and stuff on that. I more resemble the Viking, thank you. And our systems we have in place around the globe, meaning the government and certain systems and, you know, institutes and all that sort of stuff people have been going on about. Oh, it's on 18 again. Suppressing people's heart energy, because, you know, we say yin and yang. I'm looking at that in a different light now, thinking, where's there supposed to be yin and yang? Because if it was from heart and if it was from source, it wouldn't be yin and yang, it'd be one. And it can still be feminine and masculine because it's one. Hi. Oh, I'll talk about that in a minute. Whoop, whoop. I'm doing my heart energy, and then I'll just throw a little bit in at the end about you know who. And yes, that one too. That rhymes. Yeah, they suppress it. That's why yin and yang, if you think about it, if there's like two waves in the middle going like this, like energy, you know, because we're all energy. So you've got the negative energy like this, and you've got like the positive energy fighting against, like a lot of things that are going on in the world right now. For example, the left versus the right. Well, like this with each other. So it keeps in a state of chaos, which these entities, we'd like to call them, like, because it's fighting, it's bad energy, it's not positive, because even the right's fighting against the left, and it's buffering like this all the time. So it's still sending out bad energies. So yeah, so they feed off that. They feed off the bad energy. They don't like good energy. That's why we've been lied to and not told the truth of our heart energy, our source energy, the power that we all have within, the God power we all have within, because they know it, they're illuminated, they know, you know, they know how to use it, but they use it for the bad. Yeah, it's going to be a big month. They use it for the bad. If we knew, some of us do, and how to, because they harvest the bad energy. If we know how to harvest our own good energy, our heart energy, because that's what it's all about, they'd be gone. But this is why they set wars off, and this, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, because I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow and maybe over a little bit of time, how we can bring back our heart energy. Because if you look around you today, and I've just seen it in the paper today that I got off the bus because I don't buy papers, it was a free paper, and I was just laughing about, you know, on the front page of the news on my, the paper that I picked up today is all about, you know, Prince Harry and this thing here. Not really bothered, not interested, it's not important that what she's skinny mini, don't really care, not really into the royal family. And then inside, just here, you know, it's just this little, this bit here, Theresa May talking about May's anti-terror aid gets the red carpet. I don't even know if this was said on the news. Theresa May has agreed a cash and training package to target Islamic extremists in West Africa. And then it just waffles on there. Then we've got a picture inside of, I think there was a British bulldog that got run over by a car. But it's all right, it got back up. He's all right, British bulldog, just what I say. British people will get knocked down, they'll get back up again, because that's what's happening right now and around the world. We are rising. And then there's something else about two women that had a fight, got out of a car, and that whole thing of empathy, of what I'm trying to say, going back to Heart Place, because no one seems to, well, there are people that care, but there's a lot of people out there who were watching the TV and the way they program us to not have empathy for people, because you're not coming from here, you're coming from here, and you're thinking about yourself outwardly in the material world and not inwardly. And it's about being inwardly, oh bless, it's about inwardly. We all have shadows, if you want to say that way. You hear people talking about book of shadows, I've talked about that before, or shadow work. It's more about the bit of the dark side that you have. Everyone has it. I don't mean it means that you've gone around killing people. I just mean, you know, sometimes when you're angry about something, you've got to look what was really annoying you. You know what it really is, when you can have, because sometimes if you're hating something you've done, yeah, if you, or even you yourself, if you're hating, yeah, or that entity, if you're hating something you've done, sometimes you take it out on someone because you don't like yourself, because you know you've done something wrong, or there's something that's annoying you and you take it out on other people. So we all sort of have that. Can't see that comment. Oh. Yeah, we get knocked down, we get back up again, if you know what I'm talking about. And I also looked up, because I said we are human. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow in a bigger chat, but we are spiritual beings having having a human physical. The human is the physical, the being is the spiritual. So we're a spiritual being in a physical form of the human being. And I just looked on, I just looked it up, and it said, if I can read my writing, because I wrote it out dead. Oh, hang on, charger's going. Right, it says, yeah, I don't know if I wrote this out right. Being human means sharing more genetic and, I don't know what that says, Plutonic or something, I might have said that wrong, characteristics with Homo sapiens, metapopulation or something, I don't know, than with any other species. It means to be, are you listening, conditioned, human, to be conditioned by a name, a tag, a label, a category, or a concept. Human in brackets, being unable to get rid of it and be yourself. That's funny, isn't it? Because that means to me in my head, the material side of being human, the material world, is that is it. Everyone wants a name, they want to be part of something, they want to have a tag, a label, clothes. Oh, look what I've got. Don't really care what labels on it. If you knew about some labels and the spelling of labels and what them labels really mean, you wouldn't be wearing those Nike trainers. Just want to put that one out there. But Then I looked at the being, because it's human being. Being. Listen to this one. Existence, living, life, animation, reality, actuality, essential nature, lifeblood, virtual force, entity, essence. And then it says, she finds herself warmed by his being, not by his human materialistic sort of thing. You know, some women or men look at that, but his being, his inside. Also going on with that is the nature of essence of a person. Sometimes our aspects of all our being has been developed at the experience of others. Yeah, the soul. And then it says soul, spirit, nature, essence, substance, entity, inner being, the inner you, the inner I am, inner self, psyche, heart energy. And there was a few more. And then at the end it said, God is alive and waking in the being of man. Quite plain and simple. You need to look in with you and have time to be with you and thank you. Realise that it's not a religion. You don't have to be religious. The light is within you. The God is within you. That's what Jesus was trying to say years back. He was trying to break the system down. But I'll go into that another time. But it just says it there. God is alive and waking in the being of man. You are more powerful than you know. And they didn't want us to know because they only want a few elites. I just Googled that. A few elites to have this power because it makes them more powerful, but they use it for evil because if you know how to harness your energy, they use it for bad. We, people who are actually spiritual beings of God, would use it for good, and that means that they would go. If anyone's on the same wavelength here with it, might sound nutty, but it's not. And that's why it's always like, don't follow someone or look to someone so much that you're worshipping them. I mean, you know, like people do with stars and that, because you are a star. I am powerful. You are powerful, but you've got to say, I am. God is within you. I am powerful. You start your day off with, I am. But I'll go into that again. Yeah, I am is very powerful. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. But they've kept this from us. And they didn't want the world waking up to that. Because it's a very, very powerful thing. Yeah, some people say it is, but I don't think it is because I think it depends how you're meditating, really. Because I do think things come in meditation in quiet. I mean, there might be a way of meditating it does, but I believe when you're just sitting there, because this person was resonating as well, because he said they stopped watching TV and reading books just for a while, and they were just with themselves in the quiet, because we don't have quiet, remember? Yeah, they say that about yoga, but I don't think that. I don't know. I think it depends. There's lots of different yogas as well, or are people teaching it right? Yeah, because I've heard people say that. Because I think meditating could just be sat just quietly and just being quiet, because if you think about it, the world is a noisy place. You know, there's always like the TV on, or you're watching your phone, or the noise in the street. To actually hear a consciousness talking to you, if you know what I mean, where you get thought from, you don't really hear it a lot when there's too much noise, and that's probably why we have too much noise. Yeah, I am able. Yeah. and sometimes it is good to, and that's what I found. I stopped watching TV. I haven't listened to music for a very long time. I was listening to Michael Jackson the other day. That's good music. But I just mean a bit ago, I just wasn't buying music or having it on. I was sort of just being quiet. Oh yeah, we know he is we know he is, we know these entities are of this world, but this is why they've kept this a secret, because they don't want us to know, because once the world wakes up, which is what's happening, with the spiritual people that I'm seeing on YouTube and the Q thing and whatever's waking anyone up, is the whole world's waking up. Once the whole world wakes up, no, I'm not a gamer. Once the world has woken up, they can't feed off those negative energies. I think they'll always be here because there's a process, there's a cycle that happens every, yeah, he wasn't innocent, a cycle that happens every, I don't know, what is it, so many thousands of years, and we have a window of the time, and the window of time is now. So, you know, I've already seen it, someone else said it's winning, we're winning. Yeah, exactly. Meditate on his word, exactly. There's different things in the Bible that are turned around and everything. You know what I mean? They twist stuff. But yeah, sometimes you've got to be with yourself and be quiet. Yeah, it's Christ consciousness. This is the thing that was been twisted with religion coming in, and churches and how they've turned it all around to try and change people's minds on things, to make us forget what we once knew about ourselves and to take the power away from us. And that's why I say how they have all these things now, causing wars and stuff like this, which keeps us in a state of chaos, because they feed off the bad energy. That's what they want. And because the heart energy is breaking down, because we're not feeding it with good food, you know, the GMOs and all that, and feeding it with good positive vibes, because you're seeing things on telly that are not good, it's breaking your heart energy down. Yeah, distractions, it's breaking your heart. Yeah, we know about the Queen. I don't like the royals. The heart energy down, and that's what they want. They want everyone's heart energy to be broken. They want people to have no empathy, because then you're like an AI robot, which is sort of how people are going. You are like a zombie because you don't have empathy. Human beings have, the good thing about human beings is we have compassion and love and empathy. That is what they're trying to take away. So once they stop you from having empathy and love and compassion for a fellow human being, you are like an AI, because an AI doesn't know how to love. It's synthetic. You become synthetic. That is what they've been pushing around the world. Yeah, chemtrails do all that. Everything is fluoride in that to calcify your pineal gland and to dumb us down. So we're kept controlled and we don't know what our power is. A lot of people today don't have empathy, because if you're in the material world and you're wanting all the time, the fluoride, you're wanting and wanting. It's not because you need something. If you need something, it's different. If you're wanting and you're thinking about yourself constantly, and this is why they do all these social media studies where something happens on a train or a bus or in the street where they pretend someone's fighting and no one jumps in anymore. Years ago, people used to jump in years ago and, help somebody in the street. I'm not saying everybody does that, but a lot of people just stand by and don't do anything. They don't have no empathy. That's why these gaming things, I don't like my sons on them. Grand Theft Auto, I don't care what people say. I'm not saying it affects everyone, but that is to get into young kids' heads of the next generations. Go around like Grand Theft Auto, raping people, killing people, like not having any empathy. If you play that too much, it's going to lodge in your head. You're not going to have empathy for people. You think you're in a game on, that sort of thing. You don't have empathy for people. It brainwashes you. It takes your heart energy away of your empathy for another human being. Like God said or whatever, be good to thy neighbour or whatever it was, I don't know. But, all that was a guidance of how to live your life with love to everybody. Don't do what you wouldn't do to others. So if you're going around harming people because you have no empathy for people, that is not human. That is not spiritual. That is not out of love. It is out of hate. It is out of not opening up your heart and not feeding yourself with the right food, the right fluids, waters, without fluoride in. Getting yourself inside, go within, and getting yourself healthy to be good without, to blast that out, blast your light out, blast your heart energy out. I don't know what I'm waffling on about because it's just coming out now. I'm not even looking at my notes. But that is what it all boils down to. Yeah, it's selfishness. The outside, the material world, your ego is selfish. It's selfish. Your inside is what you need to look at. You know. But if the more they kill it off of certain films you're watching, certain games you're playing, the celebrities want all the time, not need, want. It's just going to kill your empathy off the people. We all have energy, and our energy together makes us stronger. Exactly, and that's why there's the worldwide awakening, because we are from one consciousness of energy, source energy. We are all from one. That's why they know we're getting stronger. We are winning. We've won, basically. Because I'd just like to say on the end of this is, let me see if there's anything else on my notes, because it's just a short one tonight. Yeah, because those bad energies are like vampiric energies. They suck the negative energies off you, and there is something to do with vampiric energies and some other stuff going on in the world. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not religious, so I just believe in different things with that. More like you'd have to look at yourself in a mirror when you come to judgment. Do you know what I mean? But what was I going to say then? Yeah, they keep us in fear. They keep us in fear because they feed off fear. That's why you've got to try and get in your positive mode as much as you can and heal yourself from within to shine it out, because they don't like it. They don't like that. Oh, they don't like us having fun or being happy, do they? That's why the systems all around with just certain systems and governments, it's all to keep us down, keep us working, keep us depressed, getting people ill, people wanting to commit suicide, this, that and the other. Yeah, so the only thing I will say is, I know, yeah, gold's a big, if you're going to shine any light out, shine the light out of gold. If I know Q's dropped a lot, I've not looked at him properly, and I know he's proper trolling now, because believe me, it's all done, he's trolling. Just heard about satellites and that to around the world, in the UK and that, they won't know what's going on, so they must be cacking themselves. JFK Jr., I've just heard something else about that at the rally again, apparently he signed a JFK Jr. sign. I'm just so looking forward to November. I'm so looking forward to next week, the 9th of September, people. Trump Wars, the film. I don't know where it's coming out, but it's coming out. Dying to see what's in that. Oh, and the only other thing that was in the news, in the newspaper, on the bus, was a little snippet of Goa. Was a little snippet of, ooh, traitor. In the UK there. McStain, McCain, McNo-Name. Makes me laugh as well, because I didn't actually realise he was 81. 81? Talk about vampire sort of, Didn't have an open casket, did I? Someone said from America, he'll have an open casket. I went, no, he won't. And I believe he didn't, I don't think. And even if he did, he's gone. Whether he's dead or in Gitmo, one of them, he's gone. Anyway. And they all know that's a big sign. So, yeah, I haven't read all the Q drops. Well, yeah. Well, there we go with the vampiric thing. If you know about the blood, the adrenochrome or whatever it's called, what they do. It's vampiric, isn't it? It's, used to like the vampire films, I used to like vampires, but now I think, no, I don't. When you look at Twilight and you think, oh yeah, in the Twilight, one of the movies, they went to the Vatican, didn't they? Underneath where they were, the Vatican. Who's been in news a lot wants to resign, or they're going to get rid of him because he's been covering sexual abuse. Was it the Pope? What's in the Vatican? Lots of nasty things been happening there, and I think there's also a lot of things hidden down there as well, so that'll be interesting, won't it? But it's all playing out like we got told it would. Keep the energies high, people. But I will be coming tomorrow with another chat about the guy that I was going to talk about and his girlfriend that I'm just like resonating with very much, where people might think it's off. Some people are just going to be like, what planet do you live on? What planet do we all live on? Yeah, the Vatican is the centre of all. The Vatican is actually at the top of the Q map. The Vatican's right at the top. Yeah, it's pure evil. Pure evil. They were trying to take over God's source, you see, because they believe all the people that go to church who do believe in God, they took it over to turn it around to Satan. And that's what they've been doing around the globe with different temples and different things. That is what they've been doing, basically. So they're deceiving those who don't know in them churches. When these people find out you're being deceived. You're being deceived. I'm not saying by every priest and that, because it's not every priest, but a lot of them are deceivers. They are working for Satan, not for God. That's why they're trying to take God's source away from us and not tell us the truth about who we really are from one God energy source. And it is within us, and we have a lot of power. You need to learn how to hone it and bring your energy levels up instead of being brought down with what we're fed and stuff like that. So yeah, it is. Yep, it is. So yeah, like I said before, when I did this a while back, when I was saying, because I like hearts and things, follow your art. And then the only picture I ever did in this one, because I was doing artwork, but I haven't got I haven't got my tablet back yet, but I haven't got a stand to put my thing in. That's how I could paint and show you. That was the one that I did ages ago, which was a water painting, but it was a woman looking up at the stars, funnily enough, and it says "Wish upon a star." We all have star particles in us, So yeah. So it's just to remember to keep that. I believe it is actually. There's just so many weird things going on. To keep positive, to not let people take your energy away from you, because friends do it and everything. Do not let people, take your energy away from you. It is your energy. If you feel you're around anyone who, even friends or anything, who are they're just making you feel in a low vibration, just excuse yourself and go for a walk and come back, or just try and make an excuse, or just, you don't have to hang around with certain people if they make your energies low all the time. It doesn't mean you don't have to see them, but you don't have to be around them a lot. You need to be vibing on a higher vibration. This window of time we've got now, as they say, window of time we have now has to be done now, because if it wasn't, we'd be in the place of like where we are now for the next so many thousands of years. But we've won this. They know we've won it. It's took us a long time to win it. It's a bit like a war that's been going on for thousands of years, and that's how it's always been. But I'll talk about tomorrow for the people who are resonating and understand what I'm saying. Yeah. And it's just the way it's always been and the way it always will be. And even if we have a time of light or new earth or whatever you want to call it, it will come back in so many thousands of years when that window of time comes for the game to who wins it. Because who writes the books in history are the ones who are the winners. So if things get twisted and not told the truth, it's because whoever won it at that time. Yeah, your intuition is so important. That's why they dumb us down with stuff so you don't remember. You're more interested in the outward world, which is, like Satan, in the material world. Madonna, she ain't good. She wears the red Kabbalah bloody bracelet. You only need to look out. Lucifer was, wasn't he like a god of music or whatever? Music industry. You only have to look. Well, we know all about the celebrities and we know what's going on in Hollywood, but it's funny that, isn't it? And you get them all taking the mick out of Christianity lately, she did say that. Like, what's her name? Ariana Grande has done a song about God is a woman. They just try to break it down all the time. All the time. So, anyway, lots of really good things happening. Yeah, a little birdie told her nature's one of the biggest. Nature is, the earth is heart energy. Heart energy, we all, you know. So, yeah, they did sell the souls. They did sell the souls. See, some people might have got tricked into it. Some people are not bothered about selling the souls because it's just what they're wanting, not needing. They're just greedy people. You know, they just want to be there for the egos. Yeah, they know it's powerful, and they knew if we all knew, they'd be gone, and that's why we're all waking up. But we do know. But yeah, I'm going to talk about more of this tomorrow. But I hope you know what I'm talking about. Yes, I do. I have talked about that before because I have made these. Hang on. I did make these a few months ago. You know, you put them around your feet. Like, I'll show you. So you can go in the garden, sort of looking like you've got sandals on, but you haven't. But your feet are free, your soul's at the bottom, because energy, if heart energy comes out of the earth and you're putting your feet on the earth, you can recharge your batteries that way, your heart energy batteries that way, I believe. So let me see if I can show you. Like that. It just makes your feet look a bit pretty, but your soles are, you know, out at the bottom. I call it earthing. Some other things I'll be doing is I will be showing my paintings and stuff again. Thank you. And I will be making some of my jewellery that I make, because I do enjoy making jewellery, and I will be doing that to sell soon when I get some stuff going. But yeah, because I believe if someone makes something with good energy on, that energy holds within that item, so you've got to be careful, you know, when you get stuff off people. Yep, sevenfold. So, yeah, sevenfold's a bit like the, you know, if you put something out there, that's why I say I believe in karma. If you put something out there, don't bother about getting your own back. It comes. They're getting their sevenfold because they've been in charge a long time, and what they've been doing is not nice. Yeah, I like jewellery. I normally do ones with, like, you know, gemstones on and stuff. Yeah, karma's definitely real. It's a bit like today. I got annoyed by somebody today. I won't say who it was. And you know, when you start texting, you're like, oh, I thought, oh, just pull back, because that's sucking that energy out of you. It's taking that out of you, you know. Oh. Sometimes it's hard, and I'm not saying I'm always all like, oh, you've just got to be like, realise when you see it, bring it back in, rein it in, and fill up again, because we all have that when you just want to go, oh. But you got to remember, that's what they want. They want that, because then they get that energy. But yeah, so I'm gonna go now and have a look at some Q drops, because I'm not on it dead much now, because I see what's going on around me. Once you see, you can't unsee what's going on. You know, I know what's unfolding. So yeah, good things ahead, and let's all look out for the Trump movie next week, and I shall see you soon. So remember, if you're in the UK, the sun's coming out again. Get a bit of sun on you and energise outside, in the earth, in your garden, or in the park if you haven't got a garden, with no shoes on. Oh, thank you. And I shall thank you. Yeah, Q was good last night. I didn't really see it last night, but I've been researching on some other stuff. But where are you all from again, everybody? I always forget. I'm rubbish. Ace of Swords. Because don't forget, we were told off Q as well. And Trump might have said it. This isn't just this is what I wanted to say, sorry. This isn't just a battle of flesh and blood. Like, some people I know are ready for the battle for that, if it happened. It is also Michigan, Texas, United Kingdom. It's also a battle it's a spiritual war as well. So I'm going down more the spiritual thing because I'm like that anyway, to help with people who need boosting, because we have people doing the physical and people doing the spiritual. And like I said, the age of Aquarius is coming in. That's them both coming together, which it is doing spiritual and the physical together, working together. We need both. Yeah, I know. And that's why I thought I'm going to go back into my spiritual stuff of ramping people up, because we need it for what's coming as well. To people who don't know, we need it. So it's even that thing of don't follow people, don't follow me, don't believe what I'm saying, but if it resonates, you can watch. I'm not saying follow, it's just if you resonate, it's just what I do to help myself, and it may help you. Yeah, I think that's what it is. There's a lot of people being taken who can do the physical, and then a lot that can do the spiritual. There's both soldiers, if you want to call it. I think I'm more of a spiritual soldier, obviously. If you came to the other, you're going to do it anyway, but more of we need spiritual people as well, with the spiritual channels that I see as well. Because I watched someone last night before I go, I think it was Unbiased. Is it Unbiased on the Fence? I can't remember. And what I was thinking, they were talking about, and I was like, oh, they were talking about heart energy and just all the stuff I was thinking, and bringing back, doing more for the spiritual for helping. And I was like, oh my God, that's what I was thinking of doing. I've got to bring my channel back when I used to do like Happy Soul Sunday and different things. So yeah, spiritual warriors of light, exactly. So quick run through of Wave O Foam, because I started yakking again. Heart. I think I saw Michigan, Texas. Oh, one of the person I'm going to talk about tomorrow is in Texas, so visited. Hopefully I'll visit America one day. Philly. Come on, everybody. I saw UK as well. Yeah, you've got to have your spiritual warriors as well. Them realms that we can't see. Oregon, California. Thank you. Indiana, North Carolina, the universe, yeah. Planet Earth, Texas. Thank you, JP. Oh, and I also forgot to show you this. It's just an outline. I've got to put the detail on. Obviously, it stands out when I've done more of the detail. So I was having a go. Massachusetts, this thing here. When it's got all the detail on of the flowers, and I've put a face in properly, it was acrylic. I'm trying to have a bash at it because I don't really like acrylic, but I'm having a go. Yeah, I'll visit people if I end up coming. Sometimes I'm in the, what's that word? I don't know if I can say that properly. Well, I've been looking at the Saturn thing and the ring. Good stuff. Anyway, I shall see you soon, because I don't even know what time it is. And I hope you all got what I was saying. I know most of you do, because you find people who you resonate with. Thank you, Tracy. Yes, I will see you tomorrow. I might have, well, I've got something to do in the morning, because I've got plans tomorrow day, but I should be back in the afternoon, late afternoon sometime. So I shall probably see you then with this thing that I'm trying to put together. So I shall see you soon. Bye. Where we go on, we go all. And I can't get off. And it won't let me get off.